every morning routine that makes you better. The immediate chemical boost. When you wake up and reach for that first big glass of water, it almost feels instinctive now, like your body is asking for it before your mind even wakes up fully. And there's a reason behind that instinct. During sleep, your body quietly burns through water to repair muscles, balance hormones, and regulate temperature. By the time you open your eyes, you are slightly dehydrated even if you don't feel thirsty. That dehydration doesn't just affect your body, it affects your brain first. Your thoughts move slower, your focus feels weak, and even your mood dips a little. That's why the moment you drink water, you feel your system turn on again. The fog in your head starts lifting, your heart rate stabilizes, your cells wake up, and your energy rises without you doing anything dramatic. If you sometimes add a pinch of salt or lemon, it's not because you're trying to be hardcore, it's because you've noticed how your body responds with even more sharpness and ease. Water, for you, is not a hack. It's the fuel your brain demands before it can function at full capacity. It's the first small act of taking care of yourself before you face the world.
The phone barrier. There's a reason you avoid your phone in the first part of your morning, and it's not about discipline or rules. It's because you've lived through the mornings where you do grab the phone immediately, and you know exactly how those days feel. The sudden flood of messages, the random notifications, the unread emails, the endless scrolling, it all overloads your mind before it even has a chance to wake up naturally. And you've noticed how it changes you. Your thoughts become scattered. Your mood becomes rushed, and the peacefulness you could have had gets replaced with urgency you didn't choose. That is why you give yourself a boundary. Not touching your phone gives your brain a protected window where your thoughts belong to you and not to the world. In those quiet minutes, your mind stays clean and undisturbed, and you've grown to appreciate how rare that feeling is. People think you're avoiding your phone to be productive, but that's not the real reason. The real reason is simpler. You enjoy that mental silence. You enjoy waking up with clarity instead of chaos. And you've learned that when you protect your attention early, the rest of the day respects your focus too. The circadian signal, sunlight and movement. When you step outside each morning, even if it's just for a short walk or a few minutes of light hitting your face, you can feel your body aligning itself with the day. You breathe deeper. Your chest loosens, your eyes adjust naturally, and something inside you wakes up in a way that no alarm clock can replicate. This is your internal clock resetting, a quiet but powerful process. Sunlight sends a direct message to your brain that it's time to switch into day mode, stopping the leftover melatonin that makes you feel heavy and sleepy. And the movement? Even if it's not a workout, even if it's just walking to the gate or across your terrace, it gets your blood flowing gently, warms your muscles, and clears the last bits of sluggishness from your system. On days you skip this, you feel it. You stay groggy longer, your head feels heavier, and your energy takes too long to arrive. But on days you do step outside, even briefly, your alertness rises naturally. You're not forcing yourself to wake up, you're letting biology do it for you. This sunlight, this movement, it gives you the clean line between sleep you and awake you, a line most people never give themselves. And you've grown to appreciate how powerful that small separation truly is.
The strategic win, your first big task. There's a moment in your morning when your mind feels the clearest, before messages arrive, before responsibilities pile up, before the world tries to drag you into its noise. In that moment, you've learned to choose one meaningful task, the one thing that actually moves your life forward. Not the easy chores, not the busy work, not the trivial responsibilities, the real task that matters. When you give even 15 focused minutes to that one thing, something incredible happens inside you. You feel capable, you feel ahead, you feel like the rest of the day is simply following the direction you already set. This early progress, even if small, gives you a psychological lift that stays with you throughout the day.
It builds your confidence, reduces your stress, and reminds you that you're not just surviving the day, you're actively shaping it. And what's interesting is that you didn't adopt this habit for productivity. You adopted it because you noticed how good it feels to remove one big weight from your mind early. You like the momentum, you like the clarity, you like being the version of yourself who acts, not reacts. This isn't about hard work, it's about smart timing. Gratitude and intention, the quiet mind reset. Every morning, before stepping into the noise of life, you take a small moment to acknowledge gratitude and set simple intentions. And over time, you've realized this has nothing to do with positivity quotes or forced motivation. It's much deeper. Gratitude lowers the background stress you wake up with. It softens the tension in your chest, slows down the anxious part of your mind, and helps you see your life with a little more kindness instead of pressure. When you think about the things that genuinely matter, people, moments, memories, comforts, your mind settles. And when you set intentions, not big dramatic goals, but simple directions, you're giving your brain a map for the day. Instead of wandering mentally, you walk with purpose. This combination changes the flavor of your morning. It makes you calmer, more focused, and more grounded. And the best part? You're not writing essays or chanting mantras. You're just having an honest conversation with yourself before the world tries to steer your attention. It's your way of saying, "This is who I intend to be today." And that quiet decision shapes more of your day than anything else.
Breath and posture. Resetting your nervous system. You've probably noticed how your body influences your mind the moment you wake up. When your shoulders are tight, your breathing is shallow, your chest feels closed, your thoughts get heavier and more anxious without you even understanding why. This is because your nervous system wakes up in a sensitive state, and you, knowingly or unknowingly, have learned to reset it using two simple tools: breath and posture. When you stand up properly, roll your shoulders back, open your chest, and take slow, deep breaths, you send a signal to your brain that says, "We are safe, we are steady, we are not under threat." This instantly reduces morning stress and clears emotional fog. The long exhale, especially, tells your nervous system to switch from survival mode to calm mode. You don't do this to be spiritual or aesthetic. You do it because it helps you feel grounded. It helps you start the day from a place of emotional stability instead of reactive tension. On mornings when you forget to breathe deeply, you feel the difference. Your mind gets louder, your body stays tense longer. But when you center yourself with breath and posture, everything aligns. You become the calmer, more composed version of yourself. You choose protein because you prefer the version of you that feels balanced, calm, and ready, not shaky, tired, or unfocused.
Every morning when you open your eyes, you already know the truth that most people ignore. Your first hour is not just the start of your day. It is the steering wheel of your entire life. You felt it yourself on those mornings where you wake up slow, check your phone instantly, rush through everything, and somehow end up feeling like the day is controlling you instead of you controlling it. And you've also lived the opposite. Those rare mornings where you wake up with intention, move with clarity, and the entire day falls into place as if it's following your lead. Over time, you've realized that this isn't luck, it's momentum. Those first 60 minutes quietly decide whether the rest of the day feels heavy or feels manageable, whether your mind gets drowned by noise or stays sharp like a blade. And that is why, knowingly or unknowingly, you've built certain small habits that protect this hour. These habits aren't fancy, they aren't extreme. They're simple things you do because they work, because they reset your brain, settle your emotions, and give you the clean mental slate most people never get. And deep down, you understand something profound. If you win the morning, the rest follows.